Hello and welcome back to another video. Yeah, this is a energetic startup to a new one, but anyway, love the Ferrari over there. Happy holidays, for even if it's like 2 months earlier, actually 3 months earlier. But anyway, I'm gonna jumping down into the daily race video. This is part one. Part two will come in a day or two, I might say, and we're gonna go to the most. How can I put it? The most popular race that has been there in Gran Turismo for so long. But first of all, I was just trying to check out if I was going to do the Nations Cup race, and probably yeah, I was willing to do it because you can use the GT3 cars in WeatherTech Laguna Seca, which would have been amazing. The RSO1 was the best car to use, but the best car to use in the fastest lap is not really the best to do for the amount of laps that the endurance race that it's gonna be like. But apart from that, I actually didn't do it, so I chose to sleep in, get some good sleep, get some good rest, and we're gonna jump into Croatia, going to Croatia with the Dragon Sea Tails, the track that has come a million times on daily races, mostly in daily race B. It's once in a while comes in daily race C where you got you have to use have to do pit stops or something like that. But for this one was just starting from behind, using my trusty Lexus RCF GT3, the Emil Frey Racing. It is kind of like prototype or something like that. We're gonna jump into it, starting from behind to see how high we can go. And with the lobby that we've seen just there, it was really actually great. It wasn't really the best, but it was great. Actually, it was the best. I'm confusing myself because there were a lot of fast drivers here. It was like, as you see, there's a really, really long train of people just maintaining their position, starting in P16. So probably if I could have made it into P10, it would have been amazing. I would have really actually preferred that than going all the way up to P1, because it's the first race of the. I just logged in and it's the first race I was doing. So after the first chicane, no drama, as you see there. As I say, everybody was really, really. How can I put it? Contented or like clean racing, as you see there. The Swedish guy from farm. Oh, the British going a little bit too wide, going squeezing onto the edge of the track, trying to go for the pass, because the Swedish guy here didn't get a good exit over there because he went into the back of the Beetle there, the German guy tried to squeeze in also. I didn't want to push him, but the opportunity was there and I didn't want to let it go completely. And braking just at the right time, Bobby a little bit too late. I get punted a little bit by the Swedish guy. I didn't take it seriously, almost losing it there, but held it. As I say, this was a really, really fast lobby. Like there was a couple of A races, A ranked players, and here's when I kind of made the opportunity work out through Fraham. I think that's how you pronounce the name, the Swedish name, but probably I might be wrong. But going through that chicane was chicane of uncertainty. Bobby there's a little bit too late. He's a bit too slow. Went to the back of him, just give him a push. I mean, hey, let's go. Trying to go for the slipstream, going on the right side, trying to cover him off. Oh, yellow flag! Somebody's punted off. Oh, it's the Italian with the Supra. Actually, the Supra was one of those best cars in quads that you can use. The Supra for me, yeah, it's quicker, but it's kind of light. I'm gonna foil it out, trying to catch up with the slipstream of it. I'm gonna put some NOS there, and right over here is where there was kind of a lot of how can I put it? Things starting to kind of work out. There was the German behind me was kind of punted off for sure, definitely, because he was ghosted and trying a little bit of a skip there on the rumble stripes, I might say, and going up. Again, later I'm gonna fight because I didn't stay behind the Italian. He was actually pulling away, and yeah, there were three abreast, and yeah, I had nowhere to go. Like it just happened, and I just had to go into the back of the Beetle over there, the German. I think it's the German guy, and dirty tires. Since I went into the gravel, into the cut later, trying to control the car, not to lose a lot of position, getting a punt behind from Bobby, which was getting back into speed, which is amazing. And he's kind of there behind me. I still have dirty tires, trying to not go a little bit too wide, but he has better tires, a little bit of a punt again, going up the S's, the fast S's, and here I just a little bit of an extension of the use of the rumble stripes of the track limits, and this is the fourth lap. So I'm trying to go a little bit defensive. I don't want to go defensive. I just move on to the left side completely. He goes in for the lunge, but then I just try to go for the old switchback, the old switcheroo, which I do a lot actually in this game. Probably I think it's one of my most moves without apart from the yellow flag. Somebody died at the deck chicane. So yeah, let's see who it is. Oh, it's one of the Aston Martins, another Swedish guy. I think, yeah, because Bobby is right there behind me. So finishing in P12, not really that bad. It's actually a great, as I said at the beginning of this race, it was a really, really quick lobby, I might say, because, yeah, we're not up to pace and actually, you know, not complaining or anything now, giving excuses, but it was a quick lobby for me. And also the defending from other people. So, but still, race 4 positions, and we went again with the Lexus, trying to get into terms also. Like to see if the lobby change. It actually did change a little bit, so it was kind of a thumbs up. And this one we did actually gain some positions. And starting off, the Swedish guy who was ahead of me, we were kind of fighting, I might say, was still there. And funny thing about this race, the Finnish guy there, I don't know why he was really slow, and the Viper behind me was really catching up. I was really surprised actually because of the acceleration it had. The slipstream wasn't really that effective it's not really that effective when you're starting the race off, but it starts kicking it and around let's say 200 kilometers an hour or 150. That's when it starts kicking in. So that's when the suck starts coming into play. And turn 1, turn 2, the chicane, turn 3. It's okay, it's a big pack. Oh, somebody got reset. Somebody got punted into the shadow realm, I might say, or to the barrier, and got reset behind. And that's really not that really sucks a lot. And so far so good. We're already up into P11. So trying not to make a mistake or anything, try to follow up with the slipstream, but which is kind of a little bit tricky because you lose a lot of some kind of downforce. But again, you just need to take the correct breaking point. Oh, somebody's off. Oh, Moses is in the chat again. Moses is in the lobby. So just dividing the two cars, going in between them. I don't know if the Swedish guy is gonna commit to it. Oh, that was it was kind of a weird one because we were side by side, and the jump on the rumble stripe made me kind of push him onto the corners. The other Swedish guy tries to block me off, but by the time he realized I was already past him, he tries to come in for the lunge, tries to punch me a little bit, but not too much. And actually, look at this. The German in the McLaren F1 was just pulling away. Like with ease, trying to catch up with the slipstream with the guy with the Italian in front of me. Yeah, also he's trying to catch up with the slipstream with the German guy. And breaking point, the Porsche just goes in. I just let him go through, and the guy in the Peugeot loses it. Kind of not completely. He's still there, but he was a little bit too wide. And going side by side by the McLaren, I don't know who's gonna give way. Oh, and he does. Yeah, a bit of an incident there. Oh, almost went to the back of the Swedish guy in the Porsche, but I held it, and he kind of actually saw that and moved away. Or it could have been a really bad situation. Trying to go in for the lunge. Oh, I'm there. Sorry, I'm just going to force my way through because I don't know. It's kind of like racing etiquette or just racing, because you have to fight for positions. And look at this, there's a big gap between me and the French guy in P4, and actually so far we're already up 10 positions, I might say. So trying to catch up with the guys in front of me. I don't know if the Swedish guy tried to go for the lunge but didn't really make it, and 2 laps later we end up catching up with the group in front of me from P1 to not really kind of P1, I might say. I'm including him there, but really from P3, P4, and a little bit of a fasting for taking it a little bit faster to the point where there's the guy who was in P2, this French guy who was in the Supra. I just go past him, and I don't know if he probably got into the gravel and didn't really didn't have really traction, and I just went past him trying to catch up with the M6 that over here, and wasn't really that much of a push. He just kept his position and finishing in P4. So all the way up from P14, I think, if I'm not wrong. I think we started in P14. That's 10 positions gain. Yeah, 10 positions gain. So good race, great race there. And the last race, I decided to go with the Corvette, the C7 Corvette, which actually was really quick on acceleration, as you see in the previous just race, how the guy caught up to me quickly than expected. And also we meet up with the German also, who has a Ted. I think we've raced with Ted before, in one of these daily races, and also has the Corvette. And look at this, we were actually not really gaining, as in this, we were gaining on the guys in front of us, as if that kind of makes sense. Because by the time with the braking zone, he brakes a little bit too early. I'm on the inside trying to avoid actually any collisions. We're side by side. The turn two, a little bit on the grass. Probably I don't have a lot of dirty tires, but my left tires are a little bit dirty, as you see here, trying to struggle for grip side by side all the way down to turn 4. Yeah, and they actually get a better exit than he does, which was kind of worrying, because he had the better driving line. He had the inside, which would have gotten him a better drive speed out, I might say. And the group in front of us, they're really fighting. Like, there's a big group of there's an incident. The Lamborghini had an incident there, trying to go far left, and it comes back in for the launch, but I go again for the old switcheroo there, as it should be. And look at that, gained what, 5 positions, 6 positions. I keep forgetting where I started because I'm starting from behind. And funny thing about this corner right here, somebody died there. This South African died at the dead chicane, and we made up trying to catch up with the Spaniard in front of us in the Beetle Mobile, which is actually also a good car. It's good in handling, but in acceleration and top end speed is not really there, and he loses it at the exit of the last corner. Not really the second last corner, I think, because this counts the corner. And a little bit forward, another Belgian, the driver in a Supra, loses it again. Another driver. So we're just gaining on mistakes of people, and we meet up with these two Porsches right here, the Swiss guy and the French, who were really, really defensive. Because if I would have gotten through them at this lap, I would have really started attacking the guys in P4, and actually I got through. Yeah, the French guy was the one who was really, really defensive, because I caught up to them at around lap 2, and we continued, like, I just continued defending again and again and again, trying to act on the slipstream on the French guy, go back to the driving line, try to see if he will overshoot his corner, and he is in my driving line. And I just going to the back of him, giving a little bit bump there, going through the dead chicane right here, a little bit of a unsettling of the car, and I had to let off the throttle a little bit, and it goes into the wall. So probably I might gain on him at the end of this straight. As you see here, the acceleration of this car is immense. He goes fully right, defensive. I said, okay, let me go back left, let me see if I can go for the old switcheroo, and he parks it at the apex right here. So there's nothing really much I could have done with that, and I just wait again for the end of the straight, because right now I have like good slipstream, as it's already starting to acting up on here. As I said, it's gonna start acting up between 150 and 200 kilometers an hour as it tries. I don't know why contact there. I'm trying to go on the outside, getting a push from the Swiss guy behind me, and he didn't leave me a lot of space there, and his back end met up with my front end, and he got a little bit squally there, but a good thing he did hold it, but the Swiss guy went past through and trying to cover off the Swiss guy, and he's done and dusted now, trying to catch up with the guy in front of us, which is a lot of, how can I put it, wasn't really that much of a race, and I ended up finishing in P5. So P5 all the way from P14. I think I started in P14 again. Actually, no, P15. So I went up again 10 positions, which is really a good race. But anyway, hope you take care of yourself, take care of each other, and peace and love. See you in the next video. Peace.